Give me just a couple of minutes and I'm going to show you exactly how I document a process, create an SOP, delegate it to my staff using AI inside of my company OS, all in just a couple of minutes. First thing we got to do is record ourselves doing the activity. So for this specific task, this is to send our weekly newsletter that we write. It takes me like 20 to 30 minutes to get it scheduled in. I don't want to do it anymore. I should be focused on something else and I want to delegate it to my staff. So what I did was I got into Loom and I screen recorded myself performing the task. Step by step, I said out loud what needs to be done. I showed them what buttons need to be clicked. I showed them what the expectations are. I broke it down step by step. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take, I had to do it in 2 videos. So I'm going to take the transcript from this Loom video. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go into my company OS and I'm going to open up Notion AI and I'm going to say, I want to build a SOP for creating newsletters in Go high level using this transcript. And I'm going to make sure that I'm using Opus 4.8, although with Notion AI, you can pick whatever different LLM you want, but we all know Opus is the best. So I'm going to click Opus and I'm going to go ahead and hit send. So inside of our company OS that we build at Modern Operators, we have an intelligence layer that goes on top of that. And this intelligence layer is called Vision OS. It's a proprietary system that we've developed, which is a series of autonomous agents that are living inside of Notion. So you can see there's a lot of stuff happening here. So let me explain this to you. So Vision OS is the intelligence layer, and it has instruction packages, it has unbreakable rules, it has universal standards. And so right now, Notion AI is going through and reading the rules of how it needs to work. It's reading the universal standards that it has to follow. If you've seen the movie I, Robot, you know there's like unbreakable rules that the robots can't do. This is like the same exact thing. Then it goes through a dispatch table and it needs to understand which one of our agents needs to perform this task. So if we look over here at Vision roles, we have a lot of, I mean, right now it's July 7th, so we have these roles, but in a couple months, there's going to be even more. These are all of our different agents, and each one of them does a different thing. Vision is the chief of staff. He decides who should be doing the task. And then we have like Cohere, which is our HR director. We have Atlas, who is a builder. We have Cassius, who helps us with sales. We have Mimic, who helps us with copywriting. We have Scout, who performs research. We have Forge, who builds SOPs and follows different templates like that. So right now, Vision is deciding who should be doing this skill. After it determines who should be doing the skill, then it loads up the skill page. So we have skills built out for every single one of our different agents. Avery has all these skills. Atlas has all these skills. So now we're going down here. Let's scroll. And now we see inside of Forge, we have something called build SOPs. So this is a skill that it runs to build checklists and document SOPs into our knowledge base using the SOP building process. So it's going to take the inputs that I just gave it, and it's going to follow a process to build it. Then it's going to build quality criteria. It's going to put it inside of our knowledge base. So let's go back to the chat and see what's happening. It's going through all of that right now. It's loading these different pages. It's it's looking at our workspace. All of this, the only reason this all works is because we have a company operating system with all of our businesses' knowledge and information inside of it, including a knowledge base of SOPs, where this is how to do something and the role that's responsible for it and the staff that's responsible for it and the area that it's in and when was it last edited and blah, blah, blah. So this is how to do everything. This is like a master list. But if we were to just go into like the automation developer, if we were to go to his page, he's only going to see the SOPs that are related to his job only. And that way he doesn't feel overwhelmed. And that way our staff knows exactly why they exist in our company, what functions they're responsible for, what key metrics that we're tracking them on, and what SOPs that they need to know in order to do their job. So if we take a look at Vision, which is the primary default agent, he's the chief of staff and he decides which role should be performing which task. And so he's got this dispatch table down here. And so he can decide if he needs to perform the task just because it's a default query that we're asking, how do I do XYZ? Or when was the last time that we talked about finances as an executive team? But he'll go to this dispatch table. This is the important part. So he'll read this table and say, if I'm telling him to write some content, then he's going to go to our content writer. If we're asking him about strategy or direction or like branding, he'll go to Avery. If we're asking to do a research brief, he'll assign it to Scout. So it starts off as the default Vision. Vision is the default. And then depending on the task that we give him, he assigns it to a specialist. He is literally the chief of staff. He is delegating this task to a specialist who knows how to do it. So if we look at Forge, he's got his own boot sequence. He has his own identity. His job is to build SOPs and databases and views and templates. He extracts key information. He's got a personality. He has a belief. He has a background. He has a communication style. He has calibrated context and confidence and creativity. We don't want him to be that creative, but we want him to be confident. Let's go back to our chat. Okay, so the SOP is all wrapped up. The SOP is built and now exists inside of our knowledge base. So let's go check and see what it did. So how to publish the weekly newsletter in Go High Level. This is the purpose. It's telling to send every Thursday, midday. It's telling a little bit of context. Now it's giving us a checklist. First, we want to confirm the newsletter is ready. Check, check, check. Clone last week's email. Check, check, check. Select the title and the edition. Copy the body over block by block. Fix the fonts and headings. Set the subject line. Set the recipient. Set a test email. Sender schedule. Clean up and change the status update in the CompanyOS. So now I have a step-by-step process here. What should I do next? Sometimes people are visual learners, so I'm going to hit /Loom, and I'm going to embed that Loom video. I'm going to embed this Loom video inside here, so that way they can read the SOP, they can watch the SOP, and they should be crystal clear. Look, it's right here. And this is a two-parter, so I'm just going to do / again. I'm going to hit Loom. And I'm going to paste in part 2, copy the link, paste. Boom. So now I have a step-by-step checklist on how to perform this task with me walking through it, audio, visual, checklist, blah, blah, blah. The last thing I got to do is assign it to somebody. So on this checklist, we have a whole database of roles in our company. So I'm going to, which is synced with that database. So I'm going to go down here and find the role who is responsible for this, which is the support specialist. Perfect. And this is on the marketing team. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, this process may change over time, but I know that it's going to stay the same way for the next coming months. So I'm going to verify this information for 90 days. And that way, the person doing this work knows that this information is up to date and verified. And 90 days from now, I'm going to get a notification that says, hey, Mark, go back and verify this page. And maybe the process has changed. So I can go through, change the checklist, go through this again. So this is how I delegated a task inside of our CompanyOS using our Vision OS intelligence layer. All of this works together because we have all of our company information in one place. Our roles, our knowledge base, our staff, our projects, our SOPs, our tasks, our everything. Comment below if you have any questions.